well, but this is boxing thing. I'm not sure I want to read a boxing thing.
Blind charges, muscular turns, plants of fists in her braw's neck and the giant tumbles.
So I started reading the first paragraph and I thought, well, I'm still reading, but I don't think I will like it.
Right? So I didn't know what I was getting into, and which is the beauty of MinTze, of course. You never quite know what you're getting into. But
McGraw arrives. Burke hears the murmurs thrumming through the crowd, then shouts going up, the hillside party for a...
But I just kept on reading, and then I read through the whole story, and I was surprised how much I liked it. I had to read it again, because I felt that there was something that's, just very magical about it.
she's fantastic, right? She's an astounding talent and a great person, and I feel in many ways blessed to have ever run into her in the most unlikely circumstances of all, running into a Taiwanese American classical violinist in rural Newfoundland. It doesn't happen every day, right?
You have actually a little bit more time than you have at the end.
Okay, so I'll give it a 3.
Yeah. I mean, I could feel that everybody just sort of got up and walked. Just a little bit, still stagger and a little. You have a little more time. He could bring the language on the paper into the. He could really deliver, but not in an actor way, but just in a very kind of powerful reenacting of the moment, as if he knew exactly what the moment was like. So almost like grandpa telling you what the battlefield was like, because he was there.
Born a cull-bearer in the Bristol slums, in a quayside heap known only as the Rat, Jacob Burke, who would battle the great McGraw on that fateful day in 1824, was a winter child of the stevedore Isaac Burke and the seamstress Anne Murphy. He of Bristol, son of James, son of Tom, son of Zebedee, lifters all. She of Dublin and the cursed Gemini of poverty and fertility. Jacob was the 12th of 18 children, the 3rd of the 8 who survived.
That scene, the fights coming together in the countryside, the illegal fight, the fancy, and the poorest of the poor and the richest of the rich all around the ring. I know what this is about.
As they approach, there's a massive crowd already gathered at the ropes, and you can hear a hushing in the near. They've got 2 stands set up by the ring for the paying, but the crowd overflowing up the hills. He looks for his opponent, but Blindman is nowhere to be seen. He wants Blindman to be there, as if Blindman's the only one who could know what he is feeling.
Those last 4 legs of the story are just incredibly powerful, and it was fun to just live it, to try and express it. It was terrific.
This time, I have 4 different musicians, and Steve, I think, also picks up a very different kind of energy from this cast than the past, and I had to alter a little bit of something, but I think this is very much an on-stage, at the moment kind of creation. I just basically put out a road map, and it's up to the interpretation of the moment and the individual musicians' feel of the story at that time. I keep using the word cook, how all the musicians and the narrator cook this story.
Back to the scratch. Blindman charges, muscular turns, plants a fist in McGraw's neck and the giant tumbles. The hillside roars like artillery fire. Then McGraw's up, his flesh shifting and shimmering, and Burke advances. He can't think now, he can only move.
I'm happy to be here, right? It's been, picking up the script again this time. I've had a crazy spring, but the first time through was like it's that this thing doesn't ever leave my head. It's there permanently now, I think, for better or for worse.
So I like to bring this project to people who they feel like who might feel resistance to any kind of music, say, oh, I might not like this, I might not like that. But since this piece has everything and it needs all these elements to tell the story, that they would see in another light that maybe they can like something.